Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support.
From Burlington, that's going to eventually make its way into Boston. A few showers still lingering around the New York area. Binghamton, you're behind that frontal boundary. You've got mostly clear skies and temperatures down in the upper 40s. Now, for today, we'll have a few showers as you look for the eastern Great Lakes region, but most of those are going to be confined up around New England. Bangor, Boston, you guys are going to be stuck in that rain. That rain's going to clear out for New York City, so you're actually going to end up with more sunshine by the afternoon. Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, you guys are going to have a beautiful day, though. Plenty of sunshine, nice crisp air, and temperatures in the 70s. Now, by tomorrow, we do start to see another frontal boundary moving in. That's going to bring us a round of rain for Buffalo and Pittsburgh as we head into the later part of your Saturday, but still beautiful in New York and Binghamton, Burlington. You're finally getting that rain to move out, and tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day there. Here's what we're looking at. The bulk of the rain and some of the darker greens here across northern portions of Maine, across eastern portions of Massachusetts as well. We could see 2 to 3 inches in some of those places over the next 5 days, so it really is going to be a soggy time. Completely opposite, though, Alex, as we look at some of the places soaking up this dry air. They're trying to improve the drainage and lower the water levels, but we've had numerous reports of road and highway closures due to flash flooding in the area, so be careful. Those barriers are there for a reason, guys. Don't drive around them. I hate to see people doing that because that's how you get yourself in dangerous situations. So let's take a look at where you could be dealing with some of those wet roads. That I-87 corridor certainly going to be wet at times today. Definitely some ponding on the road here around Danbury. 84 corridor, I want you to slow down. Salisbury up through Pittsfield, some heavy rain at times and rounds of rain that's going to continue. So those roads are going to be wet. Binghamton to Albany, you guys are going to have that heavy rain. All of this associated with that frontal boundary. So many of the same areas are going to see these rounds of rain. That's going to lead to ponding. And again, I do think we could have some flash flooding issues. So again, you don't want to drive around those barriers. Burlington along that I-89 corridor to Montpelier, you guys are going to have some heavy rain at times. At a minimum, the roads are going to be wet, but you'll notice that entire 87 corridor is going to be wet throughout the day today. So slow down, give yourself some extra time. And also, it's always a good reminder, make sure those windshield wipers are good. Those need to be replaced sometimes. Alex, I don't know the time frame, but they need to be replaced. Want to hike? If you live in Daytona Beach, Florida, you need to be outside today. The temperatures are going to be in the lower 80s, plenty of sunshine. And, you know, if you want to head to maybe the Ponce de Leon Inlet, the light station climb to the top of the 175-foot tower, the 203 steps to get there will be well worth the view of Daytona Beach and about that. What's happening right now? Lower 60s in Pensacola, same thing in Jacksonville, but you can tell where we're getting the benefit of that cooler air building in behind the front and where we're not quite seeing it, right? It's 61 in Jacksonville, it's 75 in Orlando, 77 in Naples. Now, as we move through the day to day, this happens quite often when we get into this early fall time of year. You get these fronts to stall out across South Florida, and that really exacerbates your possibility for storms bubbling up as we move through the afternoon. Beautiful day, though, across North Florida along that I-10 corridor. A little toasty still in Orlando. You guys are going to get into the upper 80s. So here's what we're looking at. We're dry for most of the day for most of Florida, but watch what happens as we head into the early afternoon. We do start to see some of those storms bubbling up along that 95 corridor here across extreme southern portions of Florida. But in general, we're really not seeing a lot of that action north of that I-4 corridor. We're seeing it really bubbling up across South Florida where we have that frontal boundary that's just not moving out of the way. Alex.